As we go through the economic collapse, many people are coming to the conclusion that they just can no longer make their house payment. They've stopped making payments to the banks, they're getting foreclosed upon, and now they have to do something. Renting a house is too expensive, even renting an apartment is too expensive. And if you have pets, that can prevent you from finding a place to lease. And so, in an economic collapse like we are seeing, it's really going to challenge people's notion of what living is and how to live. And purchasing something like an RV such as this, an older 1970s model that's still in fairly good condition, can be the key to your survival. Because more often than not, you can find campgrounds and other KOA parks and RV parks where for $150 a month you can park your RV, hook a sewer line, a water line, and electricity, and most provide showers and Wi-Fi internet, so you can live quite comfortably. Now, some may look at this unit and say that it's too big or too old. You really need to find a unit that fits you, but they do make smaller RVs. They make van conversions, like the Volkswagen Westfalia. You can even trick out a Suburban or an Expedition or a cargo van, depending on what you need. But the paradigm of getting a 30-year mortgage and living in a 2,000 square foot house with 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, a living room and a dining room, and then you need to buy the furniture to go in that, and you need to pay utilities on that. People just can't afford it anymore. And we're seeing a small real estate boom happening in California. But the trick is to live as frugally as possible in an economic collapse. Ultimately, you want to buy land because they are not making any more land. And when you have a piece of land, you can park your vehicle out there. The drawback is that if you have a job, you're going to want to park close to your work and then bike in to your position, because a vehicle like this will use quite a bit of gas. And the idea is to live as cheaply as possible. Find a piece of land, preferably outside of California, where the zoning regulations and the cost to build a house are lower and more lax, and you don't have the environmental problems, the environmental bureaucracy problems that California has. Because to dig a well or put in septic requires so many government employees and inspections that it's not even worth it. So look at becoming as frugal as possible in this economic collapse, and don't look at new housing situations in a negative light. Look at it in a positive light. Because when you're living in something like this, you're mobile, you can go wherever you want, you're not bound to a piece of ground. Thanks for watching, guys.